The worst pizza I've seen in my life. Wow. I'm so curious to see if it's as bland and not overcooked. It looks like it's on a giant cracker, right? I want to see if that's the consistency of this bland, unseasoned, untaken care of piece of crap, essentially. And when I say unseasoned, I'm talking about how bland those giant chunks of sausage look. You're actually at a restaurant, too. That's insane. Another beautiful Saturday morning here at the Casa. Let's see, what time is it? 11:22 for me. For some strange reason, my microphone gain keeps turning itself down no matter what I do. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about, but what am I looking at today? Oh, it's this one again. Well, that's good, I guess. At least consistency is key. You know what I'm saying? Lost my melon. Oh, no! Oh, that's all you can really do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. It's a lost cause for you. I was hoping it was going to fully roll to a stop and be safe, but no. Alas, no melon for you, my friend. My bed snapped in half during the night. Aw, doesn't that suck? Maybe you shouldn't have jumped on your freaking bed. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't do that. You know, I've had at least one bed frame break on me, but it wasn't actually the frame. It was those stupid wooden slats or whatever the hell you want to call them that go underneath the bed. I hate those things. They suck. It is poor craftsmanship and stupid idea. I'm just not a fan of those at all. Those are what always broke on me, not the actual frame, thank goodness. I got a detention for inappropriate activity during my science fair project back in January. I was trying to make popping boba. Popping boba. You got detention for... All right, well, let's see what you got. Not really inappropriate. I mean, I know what one of those looks like, but that's kind of insanely stupid of the people running the event to do that. But clearly this was not done on purpose. I feel like it's insanely obvious, but, you know, sometimes teachers got a power trip just for fun, you know. I love teachers, but every now and then you guys are and we need to make sure you know that sometimes you are. Today is my dad's birthday, and last night I cut the cake into slices. He still ate out of it like this. I think your dad's a moron. Unless he thought he was being funny and he did it on purpose, which still lame. There is no way he did this on accident. There's no oopsie boopsie about this one. His birthday or not, that's stupid. Hey, Dad, stop it. Are you kidding me? You ruined like half the damn cake, okay? You share it with everyone. I don't care how old you are. What the hell am I even looking at? I don't know. I haven't scrolled over to that image yet. Okay, yeah, hold on. Let's see. What do we got? Well, if I had to guess, excuse me, this is someone definitely living out of their car, but they're doing it in the most dangerous way I think I've ever seen, because how are they seeing out of the windshield? Are they covered in trash themselves like a big blanket? Because that's what it looks like. I know we've all seen a car that is absolutely full of crap. We've all seen at least one. Hell, maybe you've seen like 20, but I've never seen one driving. Usually those cars tend to just stay put, you know? I've never seen one in motion. I think I've seen maybe the same one pop around a few different places. I've just never seen it move. And this right here is probably why they don't tend to move very often, because they're just so full. I don't think I've ever seen one where the driver's seat wasn't like carved out in the pile of shit though. So this is impressive. This is very impressive. Oh man, you had more pictures of it. Yeah, isn't that great? Isn't that just super cool? This is beyond someone who has to live in their car, by the way. This isn't just a guy that lives in his car. This is a guy that lives in his car and is a hoarder. You're seeing hoarding on a tinier scale, for sure. It sucks to see so hard. It's just awful. Oh, man. Oh, it's all in the back, too. Holy crap. A shopper changed their mind about which kind of chicken tenders they want. Which kind of chicken tenders? All right, let me try and take a quick guess here. I'm assuming that what they did was they had like raw ones that they were going to take home and cook or whatever, and they just tossed the raw meat in with like some cooked meat or something like that. Not that they're physically touching, but nonetheless, you shouldn't be doing that, right? I wonder how close I'm even at this point. There's no way I'm very close. You know what? I was actually closer than I thought. That's don't do that. No. I mean, you shouldn't do that where, you know, you take an item and leave it wherever you want. You shouldn't do that anyway, because you don't have the right to just be putting wherever you want in the store. Until you buy it, that's not your item, right? But it's even worse when you're putting raw meat near the cooked meat. I know that raw meat is sealed in plastic, blah, 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 but I don't think that's safe anymore because you put it under a heat lamp and it needed to be cold, right? So maybe just don't be a dickhead. This McDonald's drive-thru window is on the passenger side. Wait, whoa, wait a minute. Wait just a minute now. What? No. You can't do that. Actually, that's really funny. I am not a drive-thru guy. I hate it. Not when I'm by myself. When I'm by myself, it's fine, but I really don't like being with a group of people and, hey, let's go through the drive-thru, and then I have to, like, have you give me your orders and then shout them to them, or have you shout over me. It's annoying. We're just gonna park, we're gonna go inside. But if I'm with a passenger and I come across this McDonald's, even though I don't go to McDonald's anymore, you know what? There you go. All you, buddy. Now, I, the driver, don't have to also do the work of ordering your food for you or anything like that. So, aha! I'm flipping the work back around on you, buddy. Yeah, anyway, now I'm hungry. For more coffee. Oh my God. It's 11:36 in the morning, right? So it's not even really morning anymore, and I'm still tired. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I don't know what's wrong with me today, by the way. Hey, speaking of I don't know what's wrong with me, did you guys know I have my own YouTube channel that's listed down below that you should definitely go over and, I don't know, watch every video for? That's right. Hi there, my name is Robin Nelson, and I have a YouTube channel called Robin Nelson, where lately I've just been uploading videos talking about my feelings and the state of video games, so on and so forth, with some fun stuff mixed in between. I'd appreciate seeing you there. Have a good one. Actually, don't leave. We're not done here yet. I gotta get back to the images. Oh, sorry, I wasn't expecting that you to have taken a photo at the window. I wonder, they've got to get questions all the time about it, right? Like, yeah, we know, I don't get it either. They gotta reverse that restaurant. Told my son to use a hanger to dry his shirt faster. Okay. Look, you know what? I can kind of see his logic, ever so slightly see what he was thinking here, because, I don't know, maybe in his mind he thought the hanger was sort of keeping the shirt a little more, what would you call it? Taut? No, I don't know the word. But maybe it was help keeping it more spread, even though you don't need a hanger to do that. Maybe? But, I don't know, it's kind of funny. Either way, it's gonna dry probably about as fast as if he just hung it from the hanger. An attempt was made. An attempt was made from the child. Let's all make fun of the child. Now. Am I tripping, or is this menu upside down? Yeah, I would say, no, you're right. It's the images of the food are flipped. It's wrong. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a bit unappetizing. I know that sounds stupid, but I want my fried chicken and fries to be right side up, okay? I know that might be controversial, but that's what I want. All right. My large fries versus my girlfriend's medium fries. Ah, right. It's that 9 times out of 10, these size differences became scams. See, back when you used to have the super size, oh yeah, that was a huge difference for sure. Especially for like a quarter, right? Big difference. Nowadays, it seems like the extra sizes, while being ever so slightly larger visually, they'll just put the same amount of shit in there, expect you not to notice, and if you do notice, bank on you being lazy and not care enough to go, hey, you charged me more for the same thing. I am not, and you shouldn't be donating to McDonald's. That's what that is. If you order a large fry, and I know there's going to be a bunch of people like, fat, stupid American. No, I think that's pretty basic stuff. If I pay for more and you give me the same, no, you don't get to, it's not a donation, this is a business. I paid for more, you give me more, all right? This is one where I'll get a little pissy, okay? Because sure, it's stupid, all the American sizes are dumb, I get it, we're all fat and morons, all that crap, but you would be pissed off too, okay? I know you would. Looks like my small fries. See, what the shit, man? What in the world? Is this a Canadian McDonald's? You know, I've always wanted to go up there and have myself a McPizza. You guys still do that in Canada, right? At least it's select McDonald's, the McPizza? I don't even know. Coffee. It's just not satisfying today, you know? Getting gifts as a guy. Another wallet. You know that on average, a guy will have a wallet and be able to keep it for like 20 years before it falls apart, right? Wallets last so long. So no, your friend does not need one, your dad does not need one, your uncle does not need one, your grandfather definitely does not need a wallet. However, depending on the relationship, you know, it still does mean something. I'm not gonna write it off entirely because there is still some thought and care put behind the entire point of giving someone a gift in general. So there is that, okay? It's just, it does kind of suck sometimes to see, you know, another wallet same. Getting 5 wallets, I'd be like, cool, I'm set up until about 21, 25. Hey, at least it's nice you got a gift for your great-great-great-grandkids and their kids. Yeah, these are forever gifts for the future. I accidentally left my marker open, and now my pencil case is green. Well, that's not something I would have expected to happen. I mean, I guess, what is that called? Off-gassing? No, what is the word for this? Stupid and annoying. That's right, stupid and annoying. Guest bedroom accommodations. Whoa, all right, look, I like myself some decorative pillows, but that's crazy. Okay? That is a little diabolical. You've created such a chore for me when I make the bed in the morning. Now I have to spend maybe 9 hours picking up pillows and rearranging them in order to make the bed. I have 6 pillows on my bed. 2 decorative. Well, actually, okay, one of them is very practical. And 4 regular pillows. And I still find that to be way too many. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or no, is that one big pillow? That's just too many freaking pillows, man. This toy my mom bought my daughter. Oh no. You're supposed to pull the hair out. Oh, huh. I didn't know they made toys where the entire point of them is you destroy them. See, I have to reference a video I made about children's toys and how stupid they are, you know? At least in the last few years, I guess. My video had a very different vibe about it. It wasn't about toys like this. It was about toys that are their poop, you know? I don't understand it. But alongside those toys, it seems like there's been also a wave of toys that are just actual trash, because they will not last your entire child's childhood. You will not be able to donate them and pass them down. They are designed to be landfill garbage, and this is another one. The moment we realized our toddler had switched on the underfloor heating during a heat wave. Was it when you were drowning in your own sweat? Oh, nice. That's crazy, though. I did hear, by the way, isn't underfloor heating, like, technically more energy efficient than, like, the gas heating a lot of homes have, or, God forbid, baseboard electric heating? Isn't it more efficient overall? I mean, from this graph, it doesn't really look like it, but I don't know. I'm crazy. Call me crazy. Dropped my passport down this hole to nowhere while lining up to board my flight. So, like, what do you do? I'm not, like, this is a very serious question. If you are boarding the plane, you have almost no time to figure this out. At most, you might have, depending on where you are in line, 15, 20, 25 minutes at most. And I can't see your passport. It's freaking gone, right? It's just disappeared. Bye-bye. See you later. So what do? Now you just don't get to either go home or go to your destination, and you're stuck at an airport for days while they try and fish your goddamn passport out of a wall for some reason? I would probably have a serious panic attack in this moment. My passport was glued to my body 24/7 when I was out of the United States. I didn't care where I was going. That was my identification. I was not leaving it anywhere ever, okay? So I'm sorry, I'd freak the fuck out. I would be screaming and crying and probably pissing a little bit. I guess I'll start courtesy checking my ice cream. Bought some ice cream from the store and came home to eat it. And it looks like someone already beat me to the punch. I know the cold probably kills most of the... No. Yeah, dude, absolutely not. I would take that, like, okay. I say I would take it back, right? Of course they're gonna go, no, you just took it home and you, like, opened it and did this yourself, right? However, why would I go through the effort of that? Like, what do I stand to gain if I actually did that, right? We shouldn't have to be doing this. This, by the way, if you've ever wondered why all food is sealed with very specific sealants, sealant is not the word, by the way. Security seals, that's what I'm looking for. This is why. It's because dipshits open it up, take bites, infect it. I don't think the cold is simply going to kill the germs. This isn't like boiling. It's a little bit different here in this case. So no, throw that thing away. I know it seems dramatic, but you never freaking know. There's a reason food is sealed the way it is, and it's so people can't infect you with shit or harm you. Do not eat that. Just please do not. It's never worth it, no matter how much you want your ice cream. Bought a Kindle on Prime Day 2 weeks ago for my holiday tomorrow. Nice. You've got your carafe on the way. That's getting there soon. I mean, it already got there by now. Arriving the 30th of December, 2037. Hey, it's been dispatched, though. That's good news. Hey, make sure, by the way, when that sucker arrives that you jailbreak it. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of jailbreaking efforts going on because, and I will continue to be this guy and advocate for people being able to own their stuff, but I'm pretty sure that Amazon either already has or is working on disabling local downloads of the books you buy through their website. The digital books, of course. You used to be able to download an EPUB to your reader. Sick. No problem at all. I own the book. That text is in a file for me. Now you don't get to do that. So make sure you find a way, break that bastard, that horrible piece of e-waste, and make sure that they don't get to take your purchases away whenever they want. Stouffer's new family-size lasagna. Wait, new? Oh, come on. No! Are you joking? Do they not actually have the giant humongoloid family-size one anymore? That's like, I know it seems stupid, but that's like, that saved my family's life a few times, okay? Those big-ass lasagnas are genuinely a godsend for poor families. At least they were for my poor family growing up, okay? I know that they're not gonna be that way for everyone, but those were awesome. They really were. And if they are genuinely this small now, dude, I'm not a big fat guy, but I kind of am a big fat guy. I could eat this whole thing and still want a little more. There's only one counter to fold laundry in here. Get down, you asshole. Get down. Okay, we gotta start getting a little rude because she is being rude. She is laying down on a folding table, okay? I'm not saying go over there and be super mean. Don't touch her. Don't do anything like that, you know, but you need to get over there and say, hey, you need to get the out of the way, okay? It's just like when a mother is laying down on multiple seats on a bus. Get up. You get one seat. You have one ass, okay? Move. Don't just let people do whatever the hell they want. That's how this behavior exists in the first place. This disrespectful bullshit behavior is because people are afraid to go, hey, you're being a freaking jerk. Get out of the damn way, please. Thank you. Have a good day, you selfish asshole. The mess that was so unacceptable that my mother yelled at me multiple times since 5 a.m. This is my room. I can't believe you. This is disgusting. Are you serious? I'm kidding. Your mommy yelled at you for what seemed like hours over this? Really? Okay. Maybe your mom needs to chill the actual shit out because that's kind of embarrassing, okay? I was expecting to see maybe anything that wasn't this. This is not a mess. This is something that was left in the middle of you using it. There is a difference between going into your kid's room and seeing like 55 plates full of disgusting, rotted food and clothes all over the place and blah, 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 and this. Looks like you were working on schoolwork, but whatever. I guess your mom's just a silly, dumb, idiot, dummy head. The antibiotic I was just prescribed for aspiration pneumonia, often due to disorders that will cause swallowing problems. Oh, cool. No, that's great. Having swallowing problems? Take a horse pill, you freaking moron. Do they not get it? Genuinely. Do they not? I'd have to assume that they do, right? But there's nothing they can do to shrink the form factor. But then again, that doesn't really make much sense in my mind. I feel like most pills can be way smaller than they are. Holy crap, that is huge. God, it's like 3 times the size of my multivitamin. Okay, dude, are you trying to resell them? Good God, they're markers and crayons. They're not going anywhere. I do wonder what the actual story is here. Is this guy buying up tons of them so that he can donate them to schools so that parents and teachers don't need to go out and buy another box of markers or anything like that? Because if so, that's kind of nice, even though it looks like he bought literally the store's entire stock that was out on the shelf, which is obnoxious. But if that is what he's doing, then cool. I wouldn't be too upset about that because, again, reminder, here in the United States, teachers get paid almost no money and they have to buy almost everything completely out of pocket. I'm kidding. They got to buy everything out of pocket. That classroom that looks like it's really well decorated, that teacher spent like 80% of their salary putting that together. All the while, they can only deduct $250 of those purchases on their taxes for the year. So, real cool. The more we can do to help them out, the better. In the olden days, I could use all the sockets. Ah, yes, thank you. I know that this isn't some secret thing that only I have been complaining about, but I do feel kind of like a crazy person. I really do. The form factor of wall warts has become so actually insanely stupid. Whoever the hell is designing them needs to quit their job and go do anything else, please. I understand that they are little tiny power supplies and, the plug does need to be larger, but can we actually understand that either the design for these strips needs to change or the design for all wall warts needs to change? They cannot continue to do this, okay? I'm so sick and tired of, well, I've got like 9 ports on my power strip, but I get to use 3 of them because I'm using USB warts. Or hell, you know what? At this point, why don't we start making power strips that are half USB-C and USB-A? But, actual power delivery coming out of those, because I've got at least one power strip that does have 2 USB-A ports on it, but they share like 2.5 amps. So if you want to charge anything on that, sorry, sorry, it's gonna take a week and a half. So there's so much that they just haven't caught up on. And I don't get it. Why is this hard? I feel like a power strip and a wall wart, they're both been around for like, at minimum, what, 30, 40 years at this point? Okay, maybe not the wall wart, but still. Jesus Christ. Containers don't line up with the picture on the box. Okay, food storage containers. Let's take a look at this little image. Oh, kitty. So you have 14-piece set. Gotcha. Okay. It looks pretty good, you know? Looks like it fit really well on a shelf, you know, according to how it looks on the front of the box, of course. But as you said, it does not line up. So let's take a look at, oh my God, the image just started freaking out. Sorry. Okay. Well, that's odd. They all fit in there, so they're all like the correct boxes. Something is suspicious. You did it right. As far as I can tell, you have done this correctly, so what exactly gives, Chef Story? You've ruined the whole thing. The entire point was that it would remain uniform. I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much. It's still just kind of stupid, you know? I should be able to trust the representation of what I'm buying on the front. You really should. That's such a low bar. It's insane. But hell, what are you gonna do? Not much. The sun is slightly off center. Oh, man. You know what? This is where you can do some ever so slight editing. Yeah, you can. You can do it. Trust me. Some of or most of the best photographs ever taken. Hell, you know what? I'd be willing to say almost all of them, past like the invention of Photoshop, have been edited in some way, which is not a bad thing, okay? It's totally normal to take like a raw photograph and mess with it a little bit later. Sure, that's usually for like color and stuff like that, but I think in this case you're more than justified to find a way to scooch the sun or maybe reorient the antler a little bit or whatever. No one gives a... It's okay. When did Taco Bell start looking like sterile offices? Oh, very recently. Yours is more sterile than most, though, because of the way the ceiling is structured. It does actually look like an office ceiling. I will say, yours looks worse than a lot of them. It's so boring. Yeah, every single fast food place, their interior has... It's funny, companies are now starting to get rid of minimalism and flat design and go back to the days from 20, 25, 30 years ago. But for some strange reason, the interiors of all of these places have just caught up to minimalism.